If you've ever felt underestimated or overlooked at work and wondered if someone like you could actually get ahead and retire early, you're exactly who this channel's built for. Welcome to the Outsider's Guide to Early Retirement. I'm Scott, and I spent 30 years navigating the corporate world, and over time, I learned how the system really works, and those insights ultimately put me on the path to be able to retire early. In the Corporate Compass series, I'm sharing those lessons with you, what worked, what didn't, and how you can get ahead and build your own path to financial freedom. No hype, no fluff, and no sugarcoating. In this episode, I want to walk you through the Outsider's Advantage Triangle. 3 moves, 3 mindset shifts that shaped my entire corporate philosophy and ultimately put me on the path to early retirement. So let's get right to it. The first point of the triangle is understanding the importance of a mentor and a champion. As an outsider, this one's huge. A mentor and a champion. Sometimes the same person, sometimes 2 different people. But they're 2 of the most powerful accelerators you can have in your career. A mentor, they help you grow. They sharpen your judgment, teach you the unwritten rules, the politics, the power dynamics, the stuff nobody puts in the employee handbook. And a champion, well, they go a little bit further. They speak your name in rooms you're not in. They attach their reputation to your potential and make sure you're considered for opportunities you probably don't even know exist. And here's the truth. Advancement is rarely based on performance alone. Having someone who teaches you and someone who advocates for you can be the difference between slowly climbing the ladder and being pulled up to the next level. In my case, my mentor and champion were the same person. They helped me understand the politics, the landscape, and the path I needed to take. The result for me, 3 promotions my first 3 years at a Fortune 500 company, and that changed everything for me. All right, triangle point number 2, the and versus or mindset. My career started in information technology and it ended in land acquisition. That is not a straight line. That's a zigzag. My career got rocked by 9/11 and then again by the Great Recession. I had to reinvent myself more than once. I had to go where the opportunities were. When the housing market collapsed, I was in home building, ground zero for the 2008 financial crisis. While the insiders were scrambling to survive, I pivoted. I joined a home building consultancy in Canada where the market was still strong. No subprime mess, no meltdown, just opportunity. At the same time, I built relationships with Countrywide, Bank of America, and Chase Bank. Before long, and in addition to the consulting, I was running my own real estate business and handling foreclosure assets in the U.S. Early in my career, I would have thought, well, I can do one or the other, consulting or the foreclosure business. But that's the trap. The mindset shift that changed everything for me was learning to think in terms of and, not or. How can I do both? How can I expand instead of limit? How can I stack opportunities instead of choosing between them? Consulting full-time and running the foreclosure business had an exponential impact on my income. That shift, the and mindset, is one of the biggest reasons I was able to retire early. I actually have a full episode on this because it's that important. The link is in the description. And the final point of the triangle, realizing that being dependable makes you indispensable. And I get it. This one sounds simple, but it's one of the most overlooked truths in corporate America. When people know that they can count on you consistently, you stop being just another employee. You become the person leaders rely on to keep things moving. And here's what most outsiders don't realize. Dependability isn't just about doing your job well. It's about becoming the person your boss and your boss's boss trust enough to hand opportunities to before anyone else. When they know you deliver, when they know you don't drop the ball, and when they know you'll figure it out, even when the path isn't clear, that's when the doors start opening. And it's not because you're the loudest in the room, it's not because you're the most polished, but because you're the one they can count on every single time. For outsiders, dependability is leverage. It builds a reputation that speaks for you long before you walk into the room. It moves your name to the top of the list when new projects, stretch assignments, and promotions are being discussed. And the best part, this is one advantage you can build entirely on your own. Let me give you a real world example. I had a coworker, let's call him Brian. He was new to the company and from outside the industry. Now he did a rotation through several business units during his first year. He learned, he performed. No home runs, but plenty of singles and doubles. He showed an ability to understand the business, learned key processes, and even implemented a few process improvements. Nothing flashy, but his work ethic and consistency definitely got him noticed. His next project involved working with 3 separate divisions, all operating in close geographic proximity to each other. Each division was using its own distinct scheduling tool, and Brian was given the task of getting all three divisions to agree on using the same process and the same tool. Brian identified the key stakeholders at each division, all with titles senior to his. He worked to understand their pain points, developed a scheduling solution that addressed these pain points, and made each division more efficient, singles and doubles. He won over his stakeholders. And throughout the process, Brian found a few mentors and champions. Brian's next opportunity involved a relocation and a VP title. His dependability provided more and more opportunities, and his ability to cultivate relationships ensured that he had the guidance he needed and the opportunities he deserved. So let's wrap it up. First, find your mentors and champions. They'll open doors you cannot open alone. Second, your career path does not have to be linear. Think and, not or. And finally, be dependable. It's the quiet superpower that makes you indispensable. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this episode, it's this. You don't have to be the insider, the favorite, or the person with the perfect resume to build a powerful career and create real financial freedom. You just need to learn the game, stay adaptable, and become the person people can count on when it matters most. Drop your questions or future episode ideas in the comments. Hit like if this resonated, and subscribe for more straight talk strategies on building wealth, navigating corporate life, and retiring on your own terms. Until next time, keep building your leverage, keep betting on yourself, and I'll see you in the next episode.